Luigi Mangione was in court in New York yesterday and pled not guilty to murder and terror charges. Notable was the nearly 24 women that showed up to support the alleged killer of CEO Brian Thompson. Joining me now is CNN court reporter Josh Johnson with more on the story. Josh, tell me what the scene in the court was like yesterday.
Thanks, Jake. As can be expected, it was quite chaotic. Mangione was flanked by multiple police officers during his first court appearance, with his attorney, Karen Friedman Agnifilo, admonishing the NYPD and mayor for the way he has been paraded.
And what about all the female supporters?
As expected, they were all quite gross. Most of them were wearing masks, potentially due to their continued fear of COVID, but my guess is they were to cover their busted faces.
You're telling me all 24 women were busted? Not even one decent-looking one?
That's correct, Jake. I'd say the best-looking one was maybe a 5, but most were 2s and 3s, really the types that you might consider taking home if a bar was letting out and you were totally blacked out, none of your friends were there to witness, and you were in a major drought. And even then, I'd question if anyone would have the stomach to go through with it.
I'm just finding it hard to believe that all his supporters were that gross.
You and me both, Jake. Seems statistically impossible, but to give a little more insight on the matter, the women were seated beside one another on benches that traditionally seat 12 normal-sized people. However, they weren't able to seat more than 6 per bench. These were very large ladies.
What else can you tell us?
They all had some kind of dyed hair, asymmetrical bowl cuts, lot of bangs. The ones with exposed legs or armpits were completely unshaven, as you'd expect. I assume they all had septum piercings, although due to the masks I was unable to confirm, but probably a fair guess. And of course, many had Free Palestine buttons and pins.
Sorry, I meant, was there anything else you could tell us about the proceeding?
Honestly, not really. Unfortunately, I forgot to add the women's odor was collectively so offensive that it caused some issues for many of the reporters. My eyes were watering so badly the entire time, I had to step out before the hearing finished.
Should Mangione be acquitted? Do you think any of these women stand a chance with him?
Oh, absolutely not, Jake. Even if he could get past the smell, I imagine sleeping with any one of these women would be a far greater punishment than anything he's currently looking at. I mean, I wouldn't fuck any of them with Wolf Blitzer's dick.
Fair enough. That was CNN court reporter Josh Johnson. Coming up after the break, we'll have the Prime Minister of Greenland on to explain why America shouldn't just take his country.
If you like that, make sure to subscribe and follow for more.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message. Follow and subscribe to Danny's Perfect Content.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I also approve this message. Give your boy Danny a follow. You heard?
Classic Kamala. Always copying me. Not original at all. Sad.